Welcome back to our debuts. Now we're joined here live in the studio with a very esteemed guest, Mrs. Dima Al-Azam, who is a Public Relations and Media Director for the King Faisal Foundation and King Faisal International Prize. We're going to be discussing more along the line regarding the King Faisal International Prize, what's going on, and it's going to be something that's definitely quite remarkable, and we're going to have more in depth with it. So, assalamu alaikum, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor for us to be on Saudi Channel too, and I'm happy to be talking about the King Faisal Prize.
Indeed, and Ms. Dima, you know, the King Faisal International Prize was definitely a major turnout, and especially for the candidates, for the winners, and for everyone around that were involved in it, especially for all the contribution and everything, the hard work they have done. Can you tell us what are the different categories for the King Faisal International Prize? What were the criteria, and what are the categories, and who were the top individuals for it?
Who are the top?
The top individuals, for example, like what were the categories for the...
Okay, so the King Faisal International Prize is awarded in 5 different categories. The first one is Service to Islam, the second one is Islamic Studies, the third is Arabic Language and Literature, the fourth is Medicine, and the fifth is Science. Service to Islam is like an honorary prize. This year it was awarded to the custodian of the 2 holy mosques, King Salman, for his services to Islam and to Muslims. And then the second one, Islamic Studies, has the other 4 categories have a different topic every year.
Indeed.
So this year the topic is Muslim political thought up to the 9th century. Arabic Language and Literature has the topic of efforts to Arabize or Arabicize science and technology for research and educational purposes. The topic for Medicine is biologic therapeutics in autoimmune diseases, and Science this year is in physics.
MashaAllah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so there are 5 different fields, and the topics change every year.
Sure. Now, Ms. Dima, we understand that King Faisal International Prize has very much become one of the most sought after prizes in the country. It definitely is a prize of excellence. It's a prestigious one, and the honorary award this year has gone on to the biggest man in power in the country. So tell us about some of the other winners that have won in the various other categories.
Okay. So in Islamic Studies, it's Professor Radwan Al-Sayyid. He's from Lebanon. The Arabic Language and Literature, it's not an individual, it's an institution. It's the Arabic Language Academy of Jordan. In Medicine, it is Professor Tadamitsu Kishimoto from Japan. And then in Science, there are 2 winners. They're co-winners. One is from the Netherlands, Professor Lawrence Molenkamp, and the other one is from Switzerland, Professor Daniel Loss.
Quite diversified there.
Yes, different nationalities and different
That's fantastic.
Yeah, individuals, institutions, so it's...
And Ms. Dima, can you tell for our viewers how the nomination goes? Because this is not a prize for a project that someone did. This is a prize for the work of people and institutions that spent years to become successful. How do people get nominated? How do they get recognized?
Okay, so there's a whole process for this. First, we start receiving nominations from international scientific and research bodies. Like, for example, now we've started getting nominations 3 months ago for the 2018 prize. So that's the first step. And then once we receive the nominations, we filter them. We make sure that they're along the lines of what we've requested in terms of themes and topics. And then they are sent to specialized experts from around the world to look at them and to give their opinions about them. And then after the experts, they go to referees, international referees, from different parts of the world, and they write reports about that. And the last step is when these, like the works of these nominees and their names and their CVs and everything they've done comes back to the Secretary General of the King Faisal International Prize, and then we receive from different parts of the world, from inside Saudi Arabia and outside Saudi Arabia, and that's what we did last week. We get the selection committee people, members of selection committees from different parts of the world in the 5 different categories.
Right.
They meet in Riyadh for 2 days, and they select the winners. And that's when His Royal Highness Prince Khalid Al Faisal announces the names of the winners in an event where there's media and other people. And then 2 months later, we invite the winners to come. A month or 2 later, this year it's going to happen on the 4th of April. The winners will come with their families to Riyadh. And they would receive the prize in a big event under the auspices of the king, and he's usually the one giving the prizes. But this year he's also receiving a prize for the service to Islam.
So definitely it's going to be a major event for everyone to definitely be waiting and anticipating. The date of the event was again?
The 4th of April.
The 4th of April. I'm sure many individuals will be circling that on their map to really follow up with that. And can you tell us about what are the components of the prize, so more individuals at home to have a better idea about it?
Okay, the components of the prize are a certificate written in Diwani calligraphy, in Arabic, with the name signed by His Royal Highness Prince Khalid Al Faisal, who is the chairman of the board of the prize. With the winner's name and what summary of his or her work which qualified them for the prize. A 24-karat gold medal weighing 200 grams with the logo of the prize, King Faisal's liking, and the category of the prize.
Right.
And then a check of 750,000 riyals, that's the equivalent of $200,000, all in one folder presented to the winner on the day of, on the 4th of April this year. That's the award ceremony. So we have 2 ceremonies. The winner's announcement ceremony, which just happened last week, and then there's the award giving ceremony, or the award ceremony.
Indeed, and for our viewers, I'm sure that many of you are wondering that this is amazing. The process definitely takes a long time, and many individuals that, there's a lot of stuff that really goes into it, a lot of hard work, and of course, roughly about over a year preparation for everything. This is something that, is a continuous thing. But before we continue, our viewers, we'll go ahead and take a very quick and short report to Joan right after this. Stay tuned.
Well, today, as you know, we are celebrating the announcement of the winners of the year 39 of King Faisal International Prize. Probably the distinguished aspect of it is we are so honored that the custodian of the 2 holy mosques won the prize for the service of Islam, in addition to other 6 winners of the prize.
Okay, I'm glad to be in this kind of event. This prestigious award's been happening for the last 39 years, one of the most prestigious awards in the world. Today I learned a new fact that 18 of the persons who won this award won Nobel Award after that, and that can show you the importance of this award. We are all glad that King Salman won the Islamic Service Award. I think the category and the criteria of selection of the awards it's one of the toughest, and that make the award as one of the most wanted award. The attendance from all over the world, the selection committee that help in selecting the winners, all this can give a very high impact on the society, either it's the scientific society or a different kind of society. And we are glad that King Faisal award is becoming more and more popular. Today we had some winners from Japan and some winners from Europe and some winners from the Arabian country, and that kind of diversity make this award more appealing for people. That's it.
No, I liked it very much. It's a very important occasion. I was here 2 years ago. I couldn't come last year, but it's, I think, a very important moment in the calendar, this ceremony. It's always a very exciting occasion. The prize winners are always people who have really made significant contributions in their fields. There's always great expectation as we wait to hear who has won in each of the fields, and I think there are always some surprises, but it's always good news, and it's always an encouragement, I think, to others in the field to try. Well, I think it was extremely good, very dignified, a great sense of occasion, I think, which conveyed the importance and the significance of the prizes. Some very senior people here, from the royal family and other leaders in Saudi society. Many international visitors, of course, members of the committees who judged, and others. So I think, yeah, a very strong sense of purpose, people coming together to celebrate something which we all recognize is very important.
So, well, with that, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Since the start of the year 2017, we have been discussing the auspices of the King Faisal International Prize, which was back then announced, and now the winners have been announced as well. The event is going to be taking place very, very soon, inshallah, in April. For the moment, we are in discussion with Ms. Dima Bashir Al-Azim. She's a public relations and media director for the King Faisal Foundation, as well as the King Faisal International Prize. Now, coming back to you, ma'am, we do know that this has been a long-standing award that has made its place in the country. Do tell us about the very first prize and when was it held?
So the King Faisal Foundation established announced the establishment of the King Faisal International Prize in year 1977. The first time the prize was awarded was in 1979 in 3 different fields: service to Islam, Islamic studies, and Arabic language and literature.
Right.
In 1981, they decided to add 2 more fields, and that is medicine and science. The first time the medicine prize was awarded was in 1982. The first time the science award was awarded, the science prize was awarded, was in 1984. So it came in
pieces.
In pieces.
Yeah.
And the King Faisal Foundation was established in 1976 after the passing of King Faisal. It was established by his sons and daughters to basically continue his vision and his legacy, which mainly focuses on education and research and knowledge.
Indeed. And just for our viewers to have more clarification regarding the video we're showing, that there is indeed 2 awards for it. The first one is just the announcing of the candidates, and the second one will be the candidates, individuals, the winners and their families. So this is something that for our individuals to be more aware. And this is a year-long process, over a year-long process, because there's, I believe, many candidates no one even knows, because that means there's a lot of screening process, and there's, I believe, lots of judges' expertise in this field. They go and, as they say, section by section by section. But this is something I feel that for individuals to be recognized, how many years work does it do for them to be recognized for something like this? Is there a career-long process?
It's a career-long, yeah, for them to, because the achievements they're awarded for, the accomplishments, are really big achievements. So it's not the work of 1 or 2 years, I believe.
Like a group or organization even?
Even if it was an organization or an institution, they would have to really qualify for the prize to be able to get it. So they're usually they're usually older in age because
Right.
they've done so much and they've discovered so much. They've
Indeed.
done amazing accomplishments or studies or it depends
Academically or research
yeah,
wise.
exactly.
Indeed. Now, Ms. Dima, finally to
Some
us.
of them are young, don't get me wrong. It depends. It
As
depends.
they say, they're like
no, it
overachievers. They
depends.
definitely studied
Yeah.
hard for that.
Yeah,
We
but
have-
it does take
yeah.
years of work. It's not 1 or 2 years. It's not a small project that we award them for. It has to be some breaking,
career in general.
like a breakthrough in medicine or science or
Whichever field.
whatever field, exactly, whichever
Right.
field.
Now, Ms. Dima, we are going to be asking you probably the biggest question for the morning today. The main idea, the mission, the goal behind the King Faisal International Prize. And where would you see the prize? You've been affiliated with this for such a long time now. Where do you see the future of the prize going?
The mission or the goals of the prize, it has some goals that are focused on ingraining Islamic values and ideals in the society, encouraging Muslims to benefit, benefiting Muslims in their present and the future, and inspiring them to develop more and participate more in different aspects of the civilization. And to look at the bigger picture, the prize aims to contribute to the development of mankind, not only Islam and Muslims, and enriching human knowledge. And this is why the prize is awarded to people who earn it, regardless of their background, nationality, religion, whether they're males or females. For example, we have 8 females that won the prize in all these years. So it's basically, this is the ultimate goal, the development of mankind. But if you look at what was written about it, it was initially to encourage Muslims and to
do better.
to inspire
Contribute
them to
better
do
society.
better and to exactly.
Indeed. Yeah.
Fantastic.
But it's not limited to Muslims or to Arabs or to Saudis. It's given to different
To anyone.
to anyone who deserves it.
Indeed. And definitely thank you so much, Ms. Dima, for joining us. Any final words or message you would like to tell us regarding the King Faisal International Prize? Anything that you feel is very important to tell our viewers?
Next year is the King Faisal International Prize's 40th anniversary.
MashaAllah.
So we're planning big activities, big initiatives, big celebrations. We're still in the planning phase.
So next year is going to be a wow
But
factor.
next year is a big year for the King Faisal International Prize. You asked me about the future of the prize.
Yes.
Well, we're still, there's a committee, there's a board, there's a prize board, and there are committees that work on these things. I don't know if anything would change. I don't know if new categories would be added, but the 40th anniversary will bring in some
Dimensions of what we can look
maybe some new dimensions to
Yeah.
the prize. We don't know.
It's a milestone.
We're
That's
in the
important.
process of planning and hoping it would be a nice celebration next year.
Inshallah. Well, Ms. Dima, we wish you all the very best
Thank you.
for your excellent work with the
you.
prize and with the Academy as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we were moreover celebrating the wonder that King Faisal International Prize is, and it has become over the years. It truly is a phenomenon of excellence in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We wish more power to the King Faisal Enterprise. And for the moment, we are going to be thanking Ms. Dima Bashir Al-Azam. She's a Public Relations and Media Director for the King Faisal Foundation, as well as the King Faisal International Prize. Let us move on towards a short break, after which the trending hashtags are coming to you, so stay tuned.